Hello everyone, it's Louise again. Welcome back to Busy Mum Homestead. I am going to try and record a few videos. I apologise for last week's video being a little bit shorter than normal, or a lot shorter than normal. I did become unwell last week and took my time to recover. I'm still feeling a little bit drained, so I'm not also doing a lot this week, but I'm going to try and do a few things and hopefully have a video out for you. So next weekend. So I've just uploaded the chocolate cake one and yeah, I'm happy with it, even though it was only like 8 minutes long. So I need to get the dishes done. It has, when I stop as a single mum, the house stops basically and nothing gets done. There is no one to pick up my slack. I wish my children would, but they don't think about it, and I only have one at home at the moment. So it's not as bad as what it has been in the past when I had 3 at home and just myself, and I'd get wiped out by an illness and come back, and there's nothing worse than being sick still and having all the housework piled up and having to try and catch up on that. Thankfully I wasn't that sick, but things have still piled up this week, and yeah, sometimes I wish I had a little fairy friend that would come in and just clean it all up for me. Unfortunately that doesn't happen in the real world. So let's get the dishwasher on. We need some dishes for tonight. Okay, so I'm back and I'm going to be making some homemade yogurt again. Now, I've made a video before on the channel where I did it in a slow cooker, and that was because I'd seen someone do it and it was very hands off and it was easy to do for me with 3 kids at home and being busy to set and kind of forget it a little bit more. Then I've seen, like, I know you can do it on the stovetop and things like that, and I also didn't have an oven that had a light in it, but my oven recently broke and I've had that replaced, and now the new oven has a light in it. So last week I tried for the very first time just doing it on the stovetop and putting it in the oven to set, and it turned out really well. So I'm going to make some more because we've run out. I made 3 litres last week and used it all, so I'm going to do the same again today for the upcoming week. To that I'm going to add, so I'm using powdered milk again. Okay guys, so I'm just jumping in. I don't know what happened to the video. I lost a lot of that. It was just blank screen. So I will come back to making more of the yogurt later in this video, but basically I just put 3 litres of water into the pot with enough powdered milk to make that up, and then I went from there. So I just wanted to apologize for that. I don't know what happened, and I will be coming back to it later in the video. Why I'm making the yogurt, I'm going to quickly throw into the oven another chocolate cake because that was so good last week, for Logan for school this week again. And so my idea is to quickly do the chocolate cake in the oven, turn it off, and hopefully it'll be cool enough, or cool it down enough to then put in the yogurt. Fingers crossed it works out. I've just taken and my daughter's ringing me, hang on. I've just taken the yogurt off the heat, so now I've got to wait for it to cool down. Okay, I just tested it and it is done. So I'm just going to shut this down and leave the light on. I'm going to leave it open for a minute because my yogurt's nearly done and I want it to cool down a little bit. So I'll just pull that out. Leave that open. And yeah, my yogurt's nearly at temperature. Just test it again. Okay, so my yogurt's actually at temperature now. So let's get the culture out. So I've got the culture here that I saved from the other day. Just tip that in. I might get a spoon out, hang on. So I've just spooned the rest of it in out of the container. I'll just give this a stir around. Stir it through. I'll just make sure it's really mixed up. We've got the skin on there. Just put that there. Let's put the lid on. Might actually test the oven, see if I can test the temperature. See what it says inside. Okay, 77, 78. It's probably fine. I might just... I'll leave it in there a little minute more. I might just take this out. Hang on a second. I can't do this two-handed. One-handed. So I've just taken that out of the tin to cool it down. So when it cools down, I'll ice that and that'll be ready for the week. Okay, so I'm just putting that in the oven. I'll shut the door. The light is on only and we'll leave that for at least 6 hours. Okay, so I am going to make some carnivore ice cream. So this is a good way of getting your calories up if you're like me on carnivore and you're not quite eating enough through the day. And yeah, and so it's delicious and carnivore friendly. And so who doesn't love ice cream? So I'm just going to put some cream and whip it up, and that's basically it. Okay, so I've just got some cream and I found this one reduced because it's like $6 at the moment, but it's what, 600 mils. I'm just going to tip it in here and we're just going to whip cream like we normally do. And the good thing about the better cream is it is only cream. So yeah, you can tell the ingredients are pasteurized, pure cream and milk. You do have to watch it if you're on carnivore. You don't want to have thickness and things in it as well. So yeah, we're going to just whip this up. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, so it's about to get noisy, but we are about to whip this up. I'm just going to put a tea towel over my mixer so that I don't have cream everywhere. And I'm just going to turn this on to whipping. It's definitely starting to get there. Wrong way. Okay, now this is not carnivore, but I'm going to actually tip some cocoa into it. I have done drinking chocolate before, drinking chocolate before and it was really good. I'm just going to try it with some cocoa. I haven't actually done it with cocoa before. And I'll just give that a slow mix. And just let that mix up very slowly so it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, so hang on, let's see if I can lift this. You've got to hold it and then lift it. Oopsie, nearly got come out there. You can mix this with eggs, a couple of egg yolks, but I'm just a little bit funny about having raw eggs frozen and then eating them. So I just do the cream. So I'll come back, but all I'm going to do is just spoon them into these containers and then we'll freeze it. So that's done, and that's as simple as it is. I'll just put the lid on these containers and put it in the freezer for around about 3 hours each. At least 3 hours. You can leave it in there overnight, and that's all we do. Okay, I've just built some cocoa, as you can see, but I am just making up a quick icing for the cake, and I've just got icing sugar and some cocoa powder in here. I've just melted some butter. I do not know how much. Everything is just a guess, whatever I throw in. And just give that a bit of a mix. And I might just put some milk in this. Hang on. Just a little drop of milk. Hang on a second. Okay, so I needed to put you down just to give it a mix, but that's only a little tiny bit of icing. Might not be quite enough, but let's put it on the cake. And even though it didn't look like it was enough, it was enough. And so I'm really happy with that. And I've got another sink full of dishes. And it's time to get dinner started. But I've had a productive day. We've made a chocolate cake and iced it. We've made some yogurt. It's fermenting, I suppose, in the oven. And what else did I make? There was something else I did. How could I forget? The ice cream. I just made that too. And so yeah, that's been a productive day, and it's Sunday and I'm still recovering this week. So that is more than enough for me to continue on. Okay, so this is the next morning. I pulled the yogurt out of the oven. I'd left it in overnight, but I hadn't realized in the new oven that even though I turned the dial to the light being on, it also needed the timer to be on indefinitely. I didn't realize, so the light was not on overnight, but luckily I think because I'd baked the cake in the oven was still warm enough, and it must have maintained a good enough temperature for the yogurt to still work out, which I was really grateful for. So thankfully it did actually work out, and I've made more cultures from this. So yeah, it did work out, even though I didn't realize I'd made a mistake. All right, thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate you, and yeah, I really do appreciate you. They might not be the best videos ever, but thanks for being a part of my world. Thank you. Bye.